right, after a lovely rendition of the U.S. national anthem, we have some baseball in our hands. Hello, everybody. This is Francisco from Sports Goofs with our simulation of the day. World Series Baseball 98. The Colorado Rockies versus the Florida Marlins as Eric Young steps up to the plate against Marlins starter Alex Fernandez. And he's already got 2 early strikes on him. We'll see what happens here. As Young, diving stop by Jeff Conine, and he just beats him to first base there. All right, Ellis Burks now. Well, we have to do some players to remember to forget. Some of them are not of that lower level. Some are more significant. And I guess we'll start with the man on the mound for the Florida Marlins. And oh my goodness gracious, and look at that. Ellis Burks with a home run towards right field. And suddenly the Marlins are losing 1-0 to the Rockies. Well, not a good start for me to start talking about Alex Fernandez here, as he just gave up the home run. Dante Bichette is up. That's not his son, Bo Bichette, who plays for the Toronto Blue Jays, along with pretty much every other player from this game's son. Oh, no. Dante Bichette with the hit down the line, and that is another back-to-back home runs for Burks and Bichette. These aren't the killer bees in Houston, but they're killing something right now, and that's Alex Fernandez. Oh, my. And here comes Hall of Famer Larry Walker. This is not getting any easier. The Rockies with an early 2-0 lead here. As stopped by Bobby Bonilla to Jeff Conine for the second out of the inning. And, oh no, Andres Galarraga. There's a big boppers here for the Rockies. And it wasn't just at Coors Field. As Galarraga, another diving stop by Conine. 2 fantastic plays by Jeff Conine here, but 2-0 for Colorado after the top of the first here. Wow. Alex Fernandez, he was a pitcher. He batted righty, he threw righty. 6'2", 200 pounds when he played. Oh no, I do not believe that he was just 200 pounds when he played. That's probably when he started playing, but not when he ended playing, that's for sure. That man is quite wide. I'm talking like close to big sexy Bartolo Colon wide. Anyways, he was born August 13th, 1969. Very nice. He is now age 50 at this point. Grounder to Galarraga. Gets the out there. Born in Miami Beach, Florida. Drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the first round of the 1988 draft out of high school. And then the Chicago White Sox drafted him in the first round, 4th overall, in the 1990 MLB draft out of Miami-Dade College's Kendall campus. Made his major league debut August 2nd, 1990. That's a base hit for Gary Sheffield. And looks like the Marlins have driven in their first run. Remember, these are the 1997 Marlins. So they can score in a jiffy. Here comes Bobby Bonilla. Still getting paid by the New York Mets, even after all these years. But let's continue on with Alex Fernandez here. So, major league debut. And Bobby Bonilla! That's a 2-run home run, and suddenly the Florida Marlins of Miami regain the lead. Well, they gained the lead, really. It's the first time they have a lead. It's the first time they're up to bat. Oh, and here comes Moises Alou. This is going to be exciting. If this is already the first inning, I'm hoping we get some ridiculous numbers to finish this game here. All right, well, let's continue here with Alex Fernandez. So, major league debut against the Milwaukee Brewers. Pitched 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, had 4 strikeouts, 2 walks and 2 earned runs. His last game ever came in May 18th, 2000 at the age of 30 versus the San Diego Padres. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 9 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 earned runs, and took the loss. So Alexander Fernandez played for Team USA in college in their 18 under team. Oh, and we have a attempted steal, and nothing doing there. The Rockies get them. And, well, that's the end of the first inning. It's 3-2. Florida of Miami. So Alex Fernandez won the 1997 World Series with said Marlins. Only played for 2 teams in his career, the Chicago White Sox and the Florida Marlins. Wore number 32 throughout his career. It's a grounder. Foul. Vinny Castillo, another fantastic hitter here in the late 90s. As that's a line out to Bobby Bonilla. So Alex Fernandez, a career WAR of 28.5. Win-loss record of 107 and 87. And a 3.74 career ERA. Devon White with the catch there in center field. There are 2 outs. Walt Weiss coming up here. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the transaction history. It's not very long. And that's a fly out to left. That's a... Wow. That was a quick inning for Alex Fernandez. For fireworks in the first. Bottom of the order coming up for the Marlins. So June 1st, 1988, drafted by the Brewers. June 4th, 1990, drafted by the White Sox. Then December of 1996, he signed as a free agent with the Marlins. And then in 2000, couldn't pitch anymore and promptly retired from baseball. He had a issue with a torn rotator cuff that sidelined him right in the middle of the Marlins' 1997 World Series run. And, well, he was never the same after that. Let's take a look at that transaction history. So Alex Fernandez, over the course of his career, made about $44,970,000. Made the most, $7 million per year from 1997 through 2001. Yes, 2001, even though he finished playing in 2000. Fernandez here, grounder to short. And that's another quick... Oh, wow. That's the second inning. No fireworks. Well, I'm kind of a little underwhelmed there. All right, well, let's go on to his pitching numbers. Now, what was the year? Which season could we say was the year for Alex Fernandez? I mean, he's he got paid by the Marlins for a reason. That's a grounder to Edgar Renteria. Promptly throws out the Rockies pitcher there. Eric Young coming up to bat now. Well, his 1993 season. Look at this. His 1993 season. Well, I mean, you could really say 93 and 96. I mean, his 97 season wasn't bad either. So, well, 1993. So he went 18-9, but of course, win-loss isn't that big of a deal. A 3.13 ERA in the American League, by the way, with the White Sox. Started 34 games, pitched 3 complete games, including 1 shutout. 247 innings pitched. And that's a base hit off the wall, and he's going to try to stretch it to a double. And no! Gary Sheffield throws him out. What a play there. And the Marlins have the top of their order coming up. Back to Alex Fernandez's 1993 season. Allowed 221 hits, 86 earned runs, 27 home runs, 67 walks, 5 of them intentional, 169 very nice strikeouts, and earned, wow, he finished 21st in MVP voting. But his 96 season finished 6th in Cy Young voting. Struck out 200, that was the highest of his career. Allowed 34 home runs, 99 earned runs, 248 hits. Pitched 258 innings, which was the most he ever pitched in a single season. And went 16-10 with 3.45 ERA. So you can make an argument for both of those seasons. His first season with the Marlins in '97. You could also make an argument was a really solid season as well for a pitcher, for Alex Fernandez. But yeah, he missed the entire '98 season. Came back in '99, but just wasn't the same. Edgar Renteria strikes out looking there. And here comes Gary Sheffield, who some folks could make an argument for Hall of Fame status, but he's on the fringe there. He's going to try to shut me up here with a hit into left center field. And that should be a stand-up double for Senor Sheffield. And here comes Bobby Bonilla, looking to see if they can recreate what happened in the first inning. So Bobby Bonilla pitched in only 2 postseasons. It's a grounder to Andres Galarraga, sorry. And that's it for the Fish. No runs here in the third. Dante Bichette. So Alex Fernandez pitched in the '93 postseason. The White Sox lost the American League Championship Series to the Toronto Blue Jays. And the 1997 postseason, the Marlins won the 1997 World Series against the Cleveland Indians. Unfortunately, Fernandez got injured in the National League Championship Series against the Braves. Pitched only 1 game, 2.2 innings, allowed 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 home runs, and then they found out he had a torn rotator cuff, so it was just that he broke down. That was it. That was it. Well, let's see what Alex Fernandez is up to right now. And that's a base hit over Bobby Bonilla's head. Vinny Castilla coming up to bat here. Looking to see if they can get something going here, but there's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Curveball. Ball. And that's a grounder to Luis Castillo at second. And the side is retired. Okay. Moist Salud coming up. We're just gonna... Whoa. Okay, it's auto-save there, but sure, why not? Okay. There goes some of the realism. As if this was real in any sense of the word. Fly out to left for Moises Alou. Well then, let's well, the only thing I see here is that he previously played at the University of Miami before transferring to Miami-Dade College to be eligible to enter the MLB draft. Conine swings and misses there. Ooh, that's a base hit for Conine. And there we go. Now Charles Johnson, catcher, coming up. So Alex Fernandez is involved in radio, becoming active in politics in his hometown of Miami Beach, where he campaigned for and helped elect its mayor. He is the former director of baseball operations at Archbishop McCarthy High School in Southwest Ranches, Florida. He was inducted into the Hispanic Heritage Baseball Museum Hall of Fame on September 13th, 2008. And the induction ceremony took place before a game between the Florida Marlins and the Washington Nationals at then Dolphin Stadium. That's it for Alex Fernandez. Took me a while to get through him, but yeah, let's see what we can do for one of these Colorado Rockies. There's one that I do want to talk about. Andres Galarraga. There we go. First baseman, batted righty, threw righty, 6'3", 235 pounds. Born June 18th, 1961. He is now 58 years old. From Caracas, Venezuela. Made his major league debut. And there's a base hit towards the left side of the infield there. Made his major league debut August 23rd, 1985 at the age of 24 versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Only had one at-bat. His last game ever came October 3rd, 2004 at the age of 43 versus the Oakland A's. Had 3 at-bats and no hits. So Andres Jose Galarraga, he was nicknamed the Big Cat. That's a grounder. Renteria to Castillo, and that's a double play for Florida. And we are done with the top of the 5th inning here, where we are halfway through the baseball game. Alex Fernandez coming up to bat. So Andres Galarraga went to 5 All-Star games, won 2 Gold Gloves, 2 Silver Sluggers, and a batting title. Career WAR of 31.7, 8,096 at-bats, 2,333 hits, 399 home runs, and a 288 batting average. Let's take a look at that transaction history before we move on. He was signed by the Montreal Expos in 1979 as a amateur free agent. And with Montreal, he wore both number 14 and number 12. Then, he was traded by the Expos to the St. Louis Cardinals for Ken Hill. In St. Louis, he wore number 41. Granted free agency in 92. November of 92, he signed as a free agent with the expansion Colorado Rockies. And with the Rockies, he wore number 14. Then November 20th, 1997, he signed with the Atlanta Braves and wore number 14 in Atlanta. December 8th, 2000, signed. Oh, and there's a play at the plate, and the Rockies get the out, and that's the end of the inning. It's still only 3-2, and all that stuff happened in the first inning. Eric Young coming up to bat. So where was I? Yes, he signed with the Texas Rangers and wore number 14 as well. Then, February 5th, March 7th, 2002, he signed as a free agent with the Expos. Went back to Montreal and wore number 14. Then, February 5th, 2003, signed with San Francisco Giants and wore number 14. Then, signed as a free agent with the Anaheim Angels and wore number... Oh, well, actually, hold on. There's something missing here. I went to Montreal, number 14. San Francisco, number 14. Anaheim, number 20. Oh, okay, number 20. And then December 23rd, 2004, he signed as a free agent with the New York Mets. But he played for Anaheim for some reason. I don't know why that's what happened. Oh, that was after the season. He signed with the Angels in August of 2004. Played just that bit of 2004. Well, really only 7 games, and then he signed with the Mets, but nothing came of that in 2005. And his career ended in 2004 at the age of 43. So that was 19 total years in baseball. And, let's see. Dante Bichette with a fly out. Well, it's a fly towards right field. We'll see if Sheffield gets it, and he does. So now it's an out. Okay. Well then, people, we are done here. Middle of the sixth inning, Gary Sheffield up to bat. This game is happening quickly. Let's move on here with Andres Galarraga. We're trying to find out what was his career year. Sheesh, that 93 season, that inaugural season with the Rockies wasn't bad. That 97 season was pretty darn good as well. I mean, his 98 season with the Braves wasn't bad either. Uh-oh. And that one, just off the top of the wall there. That was extremely close to being another home run. And Bonilla is just relegated to a single. Moises Alou now with a base hit. And Bonilla just makes it to second base. He held up there thinking Bichette was going to get that, but he doesn't. Guy in first and second with only one out for Florida. Devon White up to bat right now. So Andres Galarraga's inaugural season with the Colorado Rockies at Mile High Stadium. White just hits it down the line, and it is just foul. Wow, that probably missed it by like an inch. Well, White's not missing this one, but that's a out towards Larry Walker, and you don't want to run on him. He's pretty darn good right fielder. All right, Jeff Conine up, trying to make something of this opportunity for Florida. And Conine with a drive to left field, and that's a home run. All right, the Fish were buzzing in that inning, and they finally break through. Jeff Conine with a 3-run home run here. And the Marlins have broken this game open. Charles Johnson now. It is 6-2. The Rockies are going to change. This is probably Don Baylor as the manager here. He's going to change pitchers. Okay. Well then. Wow, I'm completely distracted. So his 93 season, he only played 120 games, but he earned MVP honors, finishing 10th in MVP voting, made the All-Star team, a .370 batting average. Yikes. I mean, these are like what-if numbers if he had played, I don't know, 30 more games. Wow. 174 hits. His 97 season, 191 hits, 140 RBI, 41 home runs, 318 batting average, 351 total bases. And that 96 season, I mean, Andres Galarraga was a freaking beast for the Rockies. It wasn't just Coors Field. I think he still holds the record for the longest home run in Pro Player, Dolphin, Hard Rock, whatever you want to call it, stadium's history. And yeah, yikes. I mean, in 1988, made the All-Star team, finished 7th in MVP voting. 96, finished 6th in MVP voting, won a Silver Slugger. 98, 6th in MVP voting, All-Star game. 95, 16th. 89 and 90, won Gold Gloves. This man had a pretty damn good career. I mean, he was a big bopper, just not as good as the other big boppers in baseball history. But I would say above average. I would say above average power hitter. So there he is with his 96 numbers there. That 304 batting average, 47 home runs. As he almost got one there. That was very, very close to being a home run. And he swings and misses there way early on that 90-mile-per-hour fastball. As I didn't even realize the Marlins had changed their pitcher. So Fernandez is out of the game there. Well, let's see what if we can find anything that Andres Galarraga is up to nowadays. Oh wait, before I go there, let's take a look at his postseason numbers. So Andres Galarraga played in only 4 postseasons: 1995, 1998, 2000, and 2003. In 1995, the Rockies lost the division series to the Atlanta Braves. In 98, the Braves lost the NLCS to the San Diego Padres. That's the middle of the 7th inning now. So, it's the 7th inning stretch. Let's all shut up and listen to this rendition, shall we? All right. Well, that was nice and fun. Luis Castillo up to bat. Now remember, Luis Castillo was initially the second baseman of this 97 squad. Then he got injured, and Craig Counsell replaced him. He missed out on the 97 World Series run there, but it's okay. He made it for 2003. So all is right with the world. The Mets fans don't want to hear that, though. Back to Andres Galarraga. So, 98 NLCS lost to the San Diego Padres. 2000 NLDS lost to the St. Louis Cardinals. And in 2003, with the Giants, lost the NLDS to the Florida Marlins. And, didn't really hit particularly well. Hit only one postseason home run that came in the NLCS in 98. With the Braves. It's Sheffield with the base hit up the middle. And let's keep going here. So Bobby Bonilla is up to bat. So he had a 287 batting average, 28 home runs, 116 RBI, and he is really. I mean, he is seeing the ball extremely well in this game. As he's had some close calls and already has a home run. So Andres Jose Palovani Galarraga, NL batting champion in 1993, home run leader in 1996 for the National League, RBI leader in 96 and 97. His post-playing career, he only received 4.1% of Hall of Fame voting. That's as high as he could go, and because he couldn't get 5% at least, he was removed from voting afterwards. And he promptly resides right now in West Palm Beach, Florida. Well, and I guess the reason why, I mean, he came up with the Expos, and the Expos had their spring training complex in West Palm Beach. He signed with the Braves. The Braves, for a time, had their spring training complex in West Palm Beach as well, then moved on over to Orlando. But I guess, well, he was with Montreal. He decided to just stay there and make that his home. He went back to Montreal, and maybe in part because the Expos had spring training out of Jupiter, Florida, close to West Palm Beach. But who knows? Who knows? There's all kinds of things that happened in that scenario between the Expos and Marlins in Major League Baseball. All right, well, the Rockies are going to switch pitchers here as Reed is coming up. And that's all I got for Andres Galarraga. But it's the bottom of the 8th inning. I don't think we'll have time to cover another player. As Moises Alou with a foul ball to left. That was a weird way that I said ball there. Called it a bull. No, not even a bull or a bowl or a ball. Just kind of a bull. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting weirded out here. I need a drink of water. I'm a little dehydrated. Devon White up. Guy in first, and that's swings at the first pitch, and that's a out. To second, Alou makes it back to first. Jeff Conine coming up to bat here. Takes a first pitch strike on the inside, 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Conine swings at this one. And a diving stop by Walt Weiss. Tries to get the man at second, and they cannot get Conine at first. So man on first and second. No outs recorded in that sequence, but there's one out in the inning. Charles Johnson up. He grounds to Vinny Castillo. Tags at third and throws out at first for the double play. And, well, we're here. The bottom. Or the top of the ninth inning, really, sorry. Ellis Burks now. Last chance for the Rockies to try and make something of this game. All of their runs came in that first inning. Miller gets Burks to fly out to Devon White in center field. That's one out. Dante Bichette now. He's 1 for 3 today. Let's see what he can do. He's driven in 1 RBI. Takes the first pitch fastball for a strike. Wind up and the pitch. Bichette fouls that one off. That was a fastball right down the middle. Probably wishes he had that one back. Wind up in the pitch. That's a 91 mile per hour fastball, but inside on Bichette. Bichette swings at this one and fouls it off to the third base side. Now Bichette. And he gets that one to drop to right center field. It gets past Devon White. White racing to get that ball at the outfield wall, and Bichette has a stand-up double. Now Hall of Famer Larry Walker coming up to bat. He's 1 for 3 today, but always dangerous. And Walker, he's got an opposite field shot, and that is a home run, a 505-foot freaking mammoth shot. And look, well, suddenly the Rockies are a bit closer here. 6-4. With Andres Galarraga not getting any easier here. In the top of the ninth inning, there's still only one out. Miller winds up and gets Galarraga to swing at a 91 mile per hour fastball on the outside corner there. Galarraga goes opposite field and finds it right through that hole between first and second baseman. There's a man on first with only one out. Vinny Castilla, who has, of course, the power to tie this game, and looks like Quentin McCracken is going to pop in here as a pinch runner. Castilla, man on first. There's only one out. The Marlins have not chosen to remove Miller for, I don't know why they're not putting Rob Nen in here. And Castilla gets a base hit. That drops into center field. The crowd is not liking this at all. Man on first and second now. So Manwaring now. And that's a swing. And to Bobby Bonilla, gets the out at second. And the Marlins turn 2 to end this game. All right. The game is over. The Marlins win 6-4. Excitement in the first inning. Excitement somewhere in the middle, and excitement here in the ninth. A good game, a solid game. Well, let's take a look at the stats for today. So, the Marlins and Rockies. 2 runs for the Rocks in the first, 3 for the Fish in the first, and the Marlins breaking the game open in the 6th inning with 3 runs. A big 3-run home run by Jeff Conine, and then 2 more runs by the Rockies. Larry Walker with a 2-run home run in the 9th inning, but nothing doing as the Marlins win 6-4. Alex Fernandez, the winning pitcher here. Miller with the save, and Thompson, the Rockies starter, earning the loss today. Well, let's take a look at some more of these stats. So those are the pitching stats there. Thompson, 5 2/3 inning, allowed 10 hits, 1 strikeout, 6 runs, 6 of them earned. 2 home runs. Munoz coming in there, 1 1/3, allowed 2 hits and a strikeout. And Reed, 1 inning, 1 hit. So those 2 guys came in and locked it down on Florida after the 6th. So here are the batting totals for Colorado. Well, who is their best batter here? Well, there's some guys that went 500 today. Larry Walker, 2 hits, including a home run and 2 RBI. And you've got Dante Bichette, who has a home run, and Ellis Burks with a home run as well. Those guys went back-to-back early in the first inning. Let's take a look at the numbers for the victors, the Florida Marlins here. Alex Fernandez pitched 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, including 2 home runs. Those were the first 2 in the first inning. And then Miller coming in, 3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and that came on the 2-run home run by Larry Walker in the 9th inning. All right, so the Florida Marlins, well, look at Gary Sheffield there. Hit .750, 4 at-bats, 3 hits, including a double, and drove in a run. Bobby Bonilla, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, including a home run, and drove in 2. That was on his home run. And then Jeff Conine with a big bop that kind of sealed this game. Actually, it did seal this game. That was the game-winning runs there, as he went 2 hits, that 3-run home run. Those are the 3 RBI that you can see are accounted for there. And, well, that's it, folks. So that's it for me. Francisco here from Sports Goofs. We'll let you all know when we're going to do another one of these broadcasts. And, well, y'all take care now. Adios. Be safe.